Sports Game is on the air with your host, Roy Firestone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Roy Firestone, and welcome to the Sports Game. It's a show we think that combines the best of the World Series and the Super Bowl. We say that with all humility, of course. Got a competitive group ready to do battle today, so let's meet them right now, shall we? First, here's a man who is the fourth all-time winningest coach in National Football League history. He was a coach of the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams, and of course, the Washington Redskins, George Allen. George, we were talking before the show, George, and one of the things that was fascinating is you were telling me one of the most unforgettable characters you ever met was Albert Einstein. You actually met Einstein.
I had the privilege of meeting Einstein when I was at Princeton University in the Navy, and I met with him one morning about 10 o'clock in his home, and I was impressed with him because he was in such good shape physically for a man who was up in age.
Right here at my home in Southern California. Welcome to the world of tennis. Why the world of tennis? Because we are going to be bringing you from the most exotic locations from around the world, some of the most interesting stories, interviews with the world's leading tennis stars, and being right here in Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, we're also going to bring you stars who play tennis, some of our favorite ones. Today on the show, we're going to bring you world champion, Wimbledon champion, Stefan Edberg. His first in-depth interview, and the things he says are quite remarkable. And being in Los Angeles and in Hollywood, we're going to bring you a young lady, a movie star, but she was also a wonderful tennis player when she was growing up. The incredible Kathy Lee Crosby is going to tell us about fitness and about tennis. So stay with us.
Time now for Football Forecast 90, the show that gives you the winning edge each week with Dennis Tobler of the TSI Network in Las Vegas and handicapper Roger Corey with a look at special events.
From Las Vegas, it's Football Forecast Weekly. Starring Dennis Tobler, with the Professor Gordon Jones, and special reports with Dave Hammer.
Direct from Las Vegas, it's time for Football Forecast Weekly. Starring Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, with Mike Fox and Fred Schaller.
The program you are about to see is an intelligent, informative discussion of football.
Direct from Las Vegas, it's Football Forecast Weekly, starring Dennis Tobler with this week's guests, Bert Osborne, Director of Sports for the Gold Coast and Barbary Coast Hotel Casinos, Blue Book analyst Gary Green, with special reports from Ack Ackerson and Tim Trushell. And now, the hottest football show on television, Football Forecast Weekly.
Football Forecast is brought to you by the sports books at the fabulous Gold Coast and Barbary Coast Hotels, two sure winners in Las Vegas, where you can catch all the fast-paced football action and the excitement of all your favorite sports. The Gold Coast and the Barbary Coast, the best places to play in Las Vegas, the best places to enjoy Las Vegas.
Welcome to another edition of Football Forecast Weekly. Hi, I'm your host, Dennis Tobler, and I'll be taking you through the next half hour of fast-paced football news and information. And speaking of news and information, this week we have a very special show. On tap today, we're going to be reviewing all of our selections for the college championships and the NFL Super Bowl winner, and I think you're going to be surprised with the outcome of some of those. Before we go any further, let me go right ahead and review the picks that I made early in the year.
And now from the entertainment capital of the world, it's Eye on Sports, the TV sports magazine show that lets you know what the sports celebrities are thinking and saying. With your host, the legendary coach and sports broadcaster, Harvey Hyde, and his all-star guests.
Now it's time for me to introduce another player. One name that comes to me is Bo Bielinski. When I grew up as a kid, a young pitcher was the star of Hollywood, and he was playing with the Los Angeles Angels. In fact, in 1962, he pitched a no-hitter. And let's welcome here at the All-Star Cafe, Bo Bielinski. Bo, it's good to see you.
Good to see you again, Harv.
It's good to see you. I'll tell you what, wherever there are glittering lights, there's Bo Bielinski. And Bo, I remember the great days of when you were a pitcher back in 1962 when you pitched a no-hitter. But Bo, you came along at a time where I think you were ahead of your time. I mean, you were out in the streets, you're out having fun, and everybody loved you.
I wish my fellow cohorts would have thought so. Gene Autry and Fred Haney, Bill Rigney, they didn't think that way. But no, in those days, you know, my philosophy was live fast, die young, and make a good-looking corpse.
Tell me, Vita Blue, who's going to win this year's World Series?
I'm going to say the Giants, Harvey. Come on, man. I've got to go with the Giants. That's who I've worked for.
Got to ask you this now, Raleigh. Who do you like in this year's World Series?
Well, in the World Series, you know, it's tough to pick a winner. Right now, what I like to do is towards the end of the season, whoever's in the first place in the divisions, I like to look at the pitching staff. So, whoever's got the strongest pitching staff, the guys who are not hurt, I think those are usually the ball clubs that win because pitching is what you win by. And so, right now, I think Cleveland's got a great pitching staff. They can't go wrong with the Atlanta Braves and New York Yankees. San Francisco's got a great ball club. So. I would say out of those four clubs, I think one of those teams will be the winner.
Well, I'll have to go along with Raleigh Fingers. He's been around baseball, he's pitched to the best, and he's in baseball's Hall of Fame. You had the opportunity of squatting 955 pounds of showgirls. Can you tell us a little bit about that lift and describe it for us?
Whenever you're trying to pick up live people, it's more difficult, and I think when they had the contest in Vegas, they were trying to make it with a Vegas twist. So they wanted to have us lift showgirls and weights with showgirls. So that's where that event came into play.
NASCAR, you got the IRL, you've got the Truck Series, you got it all.
We have got every major form of motorsports in the country with the exception of a kart race right now. We run the NASCAR Winston Cup Series and the NASCAR Busch Series. They both come in March. We've recently announced that we're going to run an NHRA Winston Drag Racing National event in April of 2000.
Huddle up with us every Friday night from Las Vegas. So have a wonderful week. We hope your team wins. And good night, everyone.
Direct from Las Vegas, it's Football Forecast Weekly, starring Dennis Tobler with his guest, Norm Kelly, director of the Samstown Sportsbook, plus Ack Ackerson with his famed Ack Attack. And now, the hottest football show on television, the Football Forecast Weekly.
Welcome to another edition of Football Forecast Weekly, everyone. My name is Dennis Tobler, and we're coming to you today from Sports Central right here in Las Vegas. This is where we do our homework, and we're here to bring you the insights and information you need to better handicap football. Not only do we have our regular guests on the show, Ack Ackerson, and the college and pro football players making their selections, but we also have a very special guest on tap today, and that is downtown Rick Brown to give us a scouting report from the Midwest. And as I promised last week, we're heading around the world to give you the insights from the sports wagering business. This week we're in Costa Rica. Take a look at this. Hello, my name is Dennis Tobler, and I'm coming to you from the wonderfully exotic land of Costa Rica. And with me today is the beautiful and talented Roxana.
Muy buenos días a todos.
We're here to announce the new, brand new, fully automated telephone wagering system now employed by Sportsbook International. Welcome to another edition of Direct from the Horse's Mouth. My name is Dennis Tobler. I'm here each week giving you the insights and information you need to better handicap this week's upcoming big races. And speaking of big races, this weekend we have a very, very big race in the 3-year-old division. That race is the Haskell Invitational from the beautiful shores of New Jersey and Monmouth Park. In this race, some of the top 3-year-olds in the country are lined up to do battle. And I think this will go a long way in determining who may be Horse of the Year in the 3-year-old division.
Hi there, sports fans. ACK is back to remind you that the explosion of cyberspace sports has changed the way America experiences sports. That's why you'll be getting 21st century technology right here at Football Forecast. Hey, I can remember when a website was that thing in the upper corner of my bedroom. But now you can keep up with the latest football forecast at our website, www.footballforecast.com. So get your free picks off our internet. More later when ACK is back.
Every once in a while, I'm going to take you to the insider's view of the sports service business. I'm going to give you a look at my very private, secret scrapbook. You're going to hear insights from people that I rely on to give me the information to make me money.
I'm here at the Tropicana in Las Vegas for the NFL event. And
who's going to win the Super Bowl?
My guess is the Jaguars, because I just love them. I think it's the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys? Dallas Cowboys.
I believe the San Francisco 49ers got the best shot.
And why?
Because we got all the offensive weapons, we got some defensive help we needed, and we're ready to roll this year.
We are Passion here at the world-famous Holiday Inn Boardwalk Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, I hope the Kansas City Chiefs win. Well, they won't, but I hope they do. I'm for the Buffalo Bills. They're gonna win.
Honestly, the best shot might be Minnesota because everybody's coming back to them. So I think they got the best shot.
That would be the Jets. No, that's hard to say. There's going to be a whole lot of competition with the Super Bowl this season, and there's a lot of people in the mix. But I think that we're definitely have a chance to be one of the contenders, and that's what we're out there for. I think last year we were out there, and we're really into getting to the playoffs, and that was what we concentrated on. And from there, we started dealing with each game in the playoffs. And I think this year it's the same way, but we're really shooting for the Super Bowl, and falling short of it would be a disappointment for the whole season.
Is there the Lakers?
The New Orleans Saints. I think they're going to take it.
I have no clue. She's gone.
I think anytime you can be the defending champion, you got a good shot at it. So Denver's definitely up there. As far as the rest of the league, that's why we suit up and play every Sunday. You never know.
Is it multiple choice?
That's a tough question. Without off the top of my head, I'm going to pick a wild shot. I'm going to say the Phoenix Cardinals out of the NFC East has a great shot at the Super Bowl if they continue to improve like they have the last couple years.
Say the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers. Go.
The best shot in the Super Bowl this year, my wife is from Denver, so she says I have to say the Broncos, but Elway's gone, so they haven't got a chance. No, they have a chance. The Browns. Yeah, the Browns are coming back. They got the best shot.
Hi, I'm Don Tetler with the Sports Corner.
And I'm Bill Fitzgerald.
We're your hosts for the Sports Corner.
Coming to you live every week from the race and sportsbook of the Imperial Palace here in Las Vegas.
Hi, and I'm Coach Harvey Hyde.
Along with me, Marty Rodick.
Joining Don and Billy on Metro Channel 48 every Thursday at 11 p.m. And also special celebrity guest Herschel Walker.
And I'm Jay Cornegay, reminding you to join us every week. You'll be glad you did.
Attention sports players. Do we have your attention yet? Okay then, Sportsbook International, the most technologically advanced sportsbook in the world, is offering the best deal ever on legal sports wagering from your home or office. Sign up to use their new automated telephone wagering system today and they will match your deposit dollar for dollar. There's no better deal in the industry. Call now 1-800-331-5095 and start winning today.
Welcome back, sports fans. And as Dennis promised, ACK is back with the ACK Attack on the NFL and the colleges here in 99. And you can bet we'll beat the line in 99. And ACK is back to get you on track. And we're going to take a look at the ACK Attack 10 Commandments of Sports Investing.
Get ready for an exclusive behind-the-scenes player's guide to Sports 2000 from the casinos and sportsbooks of Curacao, the exotic Dominica, the exciting Antigua, and the fabulous nation of Costa Rica. It's Inside Sports 2000 with your guide and host, Buzz Daly.
Welcome to Inside Sports Gaming 2000.
And now, direct from Las Vegas, it's Football Forecast Weekly, starring Dennis Tobler, with special guest Buzz Daly, featuring reports from Antigua, Curacao, and Costa Rica. And now, the hottest football show on the air, Football Forecast Weekly.
Today's special guest star is Rod Myers. And now our host, Dennis Tobler.
Well, thank you very much, Carrie, our football forecast girl. Welcome again, everyone, to another edition of Football Forecast Weekly. It's great to be back. We've been offshore in Curacao and Costa Rica the last 2 weeks, and I really hope you enjoyed those special shows of our special sponsors, Pinnacle Sports World and Dune Sports. They are tremendous operations, and we sure hope you patronize our sponsors on this show. They have some great offers for you. All right, the next matchup we have for you is Alabama at Tennessee, and this will be a good Southeast Conference battle. Tennessee is a 3-point home favorite in this matchup. Alabama's coming off a tremendous effort last week. If you'll all remember, they started number 3 in the nation and had some real tough luck, to put it mildly. Well, they seem to come on strong. Last week they're coming off a 45-14 blowout of Ole Miss, so they've got some momentum. Tennessee, on the other hand, they too are smarting a little bit from their loss 2 weeks ago to Georgia. They're at home. Maybe they can make some amends. Let's turn to Rod. Rod, -3, can they do it?
I don't think they can. Alabama comes in. They had lost 2 in a row. Now they've won 2 in a row. And the SEC game of the year had to be Mississippi and Alabama. It was a fight against 2 teams who were fighting for the top spot in the Western Division. Alabama trounces Mississippi, gets it. But however, in this series with Tennessee has dominated 3-0 straight up, 2-1 against the spread. The Volunteers are coming off a week off, as Dennis said, on a 21-10 loss to Georgia. They are a 3-point home favorite. I think momentum right now rests with Alabama. I'm going to have to take the Tide and see them roll over the Volunteers.
Well, let's make it 2 consensus picks in a row then.
The world's best cyber casinos with your gaming reporter Michael Hamilton, direct from Las Vegas.
We welcome you to join the most authentic, secure, and enjoyable online gaming experience on the internet today.
Bonjour. Oui, it is me, Mademoiselle Bonchant, here at the fabulous Cabaret Club Casino. By now, you know about the 58 exciting games we feature and the $1 million progressive jackpot. I'm so happy that so many of you have won so much money here at my Cabaret Casino. We just love to take good care of our players. This is why we have opened a special showroom just to entertain you. All day and all night, you can enter our showroom absolutely free and enjoy great cabaret music, or singing, or hilarious comedy, or big stars from famous cabarets around the world. We even feature some of the most beautiful showgirls in the world direct from Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Dan Rowland. Not too long ago, I asked the question, can you take an average golfer and turn him into a pro? That led me to Las Vegas and a coach by the name of Jeff Jones. We set out to answer that question. My scores went from 108 to 78 in less than 6 months. It wasn't easy, but we did it. This video is going to show you how we did it. It's going to We're at a doozy right now. We're actually on the par 5, mountain number 3. From the tips, it's 653 yards.
We had a great time doing the show and bringing you the insights and information you need to get into the insider circle of the sports gaming business. We'll be back again next week with more inside information. Until then, good luck.